When I was in grade school, I remember my father picking me up early to go get a Christmas tree with my siblings. This was a normal thing in my mind, as he would take me on business trips every so often up to Salt Lake City to the art galleries and the different universities in northern Utah. When I told him on this particular trip that I didn't want to go, he told me that he could teach me more in one afternoon than I would learn in a whole day at school. I have often thought about this statement, even as a teacher. In college, I learned the statement that one should never let their schooling get in the way of their education. As I prepared to be a teacher, I took advantage of other classes in sociology, psychology, history, and the humanities that were not the direct requirement for my graduation, but in a roundabout way, they helped me get there. The reason I got into education in the first place has its roots in this idea. I wanted the freedom to choose what I wanted to learn. I didn't want teachers or the school to tell me how much or how little I could learn about art or science or anything else. I wanted to learn the basic skills of how to learn on my own and the time and place to do this. I was frustrated with the system as early as Mrs. Johnson's fourth grade class, when I was allowed about 10 minutes a week for art class. I finally got enough courage to go up and talk to her during recess one day. She thought about it, and art class was then extended to 20 minutes. This isn't much of a victory, but in my mind it was a huge victory. I was learning how to take my education into my own hands. After teaching for a few years, I found it easy to slip into the mindset that the students only need to learn what the state core curriculum wants to be covered in those subjects. I have found myself wondering why I got into teaching in the first place, and are my reasons good enough to stay? That changed too. Am I even making a difference in the lives of my students to help them be their best? This assignment has caused me to reflect much on my teaching style, abilities, classroom management, my curricula, and even the discussions I have in class. And then, as I was thinking about this assignment, I remembered the statement to never let your schooling get in the way of your education. Based on my reflections and reminiscing, I have some statements that sit at the core of my education philosophy. Some of them have been there from the beginning, while others are new adoptions as I have grown as a teacher. They are as follows. Curriculum should emphasize essential knowledge while allowing students to search for personal meaning. Teachers emphasize interdisciplinary subject matter that encourages project-oriented, choice-based classrooms. Teachers should be facilitators and resources who guide student inquiry. Curriculum should emerge from students' needs and interests. Therefore, it should be flexible. Education should enhance personal growth through problem solving in the present, using skills to be used in the future. Students should have involvement in choosing what and how they learn as guided by the teacher. Learning should lead students to involvement in social reform. A major goal for teachers is to create an environment in which students can learn on their own by guided reflection on their experiences. Teachers should create opportunities for students to make personal choices. And education should lead society towards social betterment by teaching essential skills, humanistic ideals, and questioning the status quo.